we are going to give you some specials. Sean Brown, take it away.
Well, hello, everybody, and thank you, Dr. Glidden, as always. That was fantastic. And, you know, just really, really appreciate it, resonating with so many people, pushing over 500 people on this call now, way over 500, and appreciate all of you that have joined to get this important information this morning. So, here's the thing. We want to draw your attention to a couple of things. Let's start with Nature Pearl. So the Nature Pearl capsules, which are now on buy one, get one free if you buy the single SKU. And this is an incredible product with the incredible health benefits. I'll let some of the others talk about that. I've been taking them for a long time now to assist with my overall health. I definitely feel a difference with them. And at buy one, get one free, you can't miss that opportunity. Just make sure you're buying the single SKU for the capsules, and you're going to get 2 bottles for every one you buy. Also want to draw your attention to the extract. That's back, it was gone for quite a while, and it's back. So for those of you that love it and want it, it is there. So, Tom, we'll have more product specials throughout the day, but want to draw special attention to those products first thing.
Thank you so much, and you are a rock star, Mr. Sean Brown. And wow, what a start we've got going on. Over to Paul Croto.
So we got a lot of great speakers coming up today, but what Dr. Glidden just said about minerals will be the best piece of advice you get today. I promise you that. The minerals are the stem of the sunflower, and that's what we all preach here at Longevity. And those minerals have made such a difference in my life. I just can't explain it. They control so many things that we do. And by adding extra minerals, I know Cheryl Morley adds extra minerals throughout the day, drinks 3, 4, 5 ounces a day. And I do the same, and I feel amazing. I mean, I just grab an ounce whenever I feel tired or hungry, and it just fixes me. So can't thank Dr. Glidden enough for that advice and for his time today. We appreciate him so much here at Longevity. Our next speaker is one of the hardest working people in the whole company. I mean, Victoria is a superstar. She's everywhere. And she runs, helps organize just about everything here at Longevity. She's going to be talking about Z Radical, she's got a great story behind that. She's a 5-star executive here at Longevity. She's a serial entrepreneur, which I knew she was involved in a lot of things, but I didn't know she owned her own telecom company on top of working Longevity full-time. Now, she used to own a holistic retreat center that she recently sold a few years ago, so she could really dive in more here at Longevity and spend time here. She's featured in Home Business Magazine, Success from Home Magazine. She's married to her husband. They both live in Colorado. She has 3 kids, 4 grandchildren, to top that off. And she absolutely loves Longevity community. And it just shows. I mean, she's a real genuine person. And everyone loves Victoria. So, Victoria, over to you.
Having an issue. I'm trying to unmute her.
Can you hear me now?
There we go. Thank you, girl.
There we go. Ooh. Well, thank you so much. I'll tell you what, I am going to take Glidden's challenge. I do 3 ounces a day because it makes such a difference in my life, but I'm going to move it up and see what happens and let him know after 21 days. You know, when I was asked to speak, I looked at the lineup and I thought, oh my gosh, these are world-renowned people. World-renowned doctors, authors, TV radio show hosts, world-renowned health coach today, world-renowned pharmacist. So I am so honored to be a part of this today to talk about my passion. Guys, I got to tell you, it's well over a decade of experience with just one product. It's my passion. It's Z Radical. See, in Z Radical, the key ingredient is fucoidan, and we call that the wonder nutrient of the century. Guys, reclaiming your health starts at a cellular level. Fucoidan is this powerful cellular food that comes from brown sea plants in the ocean. I mean, science even say that it actually closely mimics mother's breast milk. and has similar effects on the human body's immune system. And you know what? The human body under normal conditions can absorb pretty close to everything of a plant. Feedback here. Is this okay? Okay. You know what? It's a super juice. And it's super juice that has lots of super juices in it. It tastes great, has turmeric in it, has lots of bees in it to help you with de-stressing. I know none of us are stressed today, right? Even has milk thistle to help you gently detox your liver. But guys, this is a great tasting liquid seaweed. So when I say that, a lot of people like wrinkle up their nose. Don't wrinkle up your nose. I'm telling you, if you've got kids or grandkids, you got to keep them out of that refrigerator. You know, you see on the screen here where it says, John F. Kennedy said, the ocean is more than curiosity. Our very survival could hinge on it. I believe that. And I find it so incredible and rewarding that Dr. Wallach and his son and daughter-in-law are bringing Fucoidan to tens of thousands of folks through longevity. And now Doc was just featured in Tesla magazine just a few months ago with a plan to heal the oceans of the die-off. I got to tell you, it's like Dr. Glidden said, he is absolutely amazing, and you need to pay attention closely whenever Doc talks. Why? He's always ahead of the curve. What he says today, it usually takes other doctors and publications years to hear. But when they do it and they see it, then they start touting the research and his conclusions. Truly, Doc is brilliant. You know, one of the reasons I do this business, Marianne, change that slide if you would, honey. Do you see that adorable little girl? And she's got a sippy cup full of Z-Radical and a bottle of Z-Radical with her little bear gloves. That's one of the many reasons I do this business and I share Z-Radical. See, if I told you we were going to talk today about a product that claims that, I mean, the scientists and doctors are claiming that through their research, it's antiviral and antibacterial and antifungal and anti-carcinogenic and anti-inflammatory and anti-coagulant. It's an antibiotic. It's a great tasting drink that optimizes your immune system. I mean, would you be interested? I would think so. Change the slide, Marianne. Thank you, honey. You know, folks, as of today, there are 1,973. That's almost 2,000 independent third-party studies. Not a one of these is from Longevity that sells this. So it's truly independent. Now, if you go to PubMed, that's PUBMED.gov, and put in the search bar Fucoidan, Fucoidan, you're going to see studies from scientists and doctors all over the world, and from esteemed establishments like Johns Hopkins and Mayo Clinic and Duke and Baylor College of Medicine. I'll tell you the one that really gets my attention is one of the studies show that Fucoidan is over 100 times more powerful than the leading pharmaceuticals for inflammation. And you can't pick up a journal, a magazine, anything today without seeing that inflammation is a big creator of disease or issues in your body. You know, some of these studies show that stem cell growth nearly doubles in 12 days. It enhances your body's cell-to-cell communication. You know, with this COVID-19 going on, it always amazes me that you don't really hear about strengthening your immune system. Guys, no matter what hits your body, you got to have a strong immune system. And the products at Longevity with the Healthy Start Pack and the minerals, and then you add Z-Radical, it will help improve your body's overall well-being. And you'll see that in your results. You know, where disease once lived in a nutrient-depleted body, changes can begin to happen when you give it the nutrients. Our bodies change in a very positive direction by starting the healing process. And it comes in liquid, and it comes in powder, and it comes in capsules, and it comes in a travel pack. Because we don't want you to miss that. The healing process occurs because our body, like Dr. Glidden said, has the ability to repair itself, but you've got to give it the right nutrients to make that happen. Now, let me give you an example. If you cut your hand, your body stops the bleeding by clotting, right? And then a scab eventually forms over the cut. In about 2 weeks, the scab falls off and new tissue has replaced that open area. For that same reason, our bodies heal internally as well, but only when the body has what it needs to begin the healing process. The end result of proper nutrition with longevity and Doc's Healthy Start Pack with the fucoid boost, the body gets that boost and it begins to possibly undo some of the damage done to it for years of improper nutrition. Now, Doc always says, you cannot out-supplement a bad diet, but Z-Radical and the minerals and all that give you a fighting chance. You know, it was interesting. Last night when I was preparing for this, I found a recording on my computer that I didn't even know I had. And I started listening to some of the stories. And I'm going to play you just 3 one-minute stories that I think will touch your heart.
And that's Lloyd from North Carolina. Are you on, Lloyd?
Yes, I am, Victoria. Thank you for having me on. And boy, do I have
Victoria, we can't hear you.
Victoria went away.
Victoria, you may have muted yourself.
We'll give this a couple seconds. Then Paul Croto can fill in, talk about Z-Radical a little more. All right, so let's, until she comes back, Paul, we gotta keep this air filled.
Yep,
Every one of
absolutely.
you guys, I want you
I
to
don't
think
see-
about Corey Gold right now. And I want you to think about the boat he's in and the fight he's going through, and think about the strength of nutrition. He told me yesterday he's got to gain 30 pounds now. And he said, it's all nutrition. It's all positive attitude. It is all fighting through it. It's all longevity. It's all of you. It's all Michelle Wallach and Steve Wallach, who call him literally every day to get through this thing with the help of God and you people and this great nutrition and this great company. But I'll tell you, if we don't think we're doing really, really amazing work, I am telling you, we are doing amazing, amazing work here. And we got to do more of it. And that's that simple. And the name of the game is every one of us need to really, really, really fight the good fight for ourselves, for people like Corey, for people out there in the world that don't even know we exist. And Dr. Wallach is next. And if you're doing anything during this quiet time right now, text your people to get on for the rest of this webinar, because it is epic and the information is unbelievable. Victoria, are you back? She is freaking out, that poor woman. I promise you, this is
Hey,
all
Tommy.
over Victoria Baran right now.
Tom,
What?
why
Hey.
don't you, Jackie Dryer's on here. Did you
Can you guys hear me? Because she
Dryer?
says she's muted and I can't see it because I'm the screen sharer.
I can't
Can-
see her either.
Pamela,
Yeah,
can you
un-
look, or James? to
Stop the
see if
screen
she's-
share for a second and then reload it.
Let me look. Hang on. Yeah, on screen share. Thank you. Okay,
Well,
I'll
can you-
search. I'm going to search
Tommy-
her. Hold on. Hold on.
Tom, maybe you can talk about Jackie Dryer for 1 second.
Everybody's heard the story of Dr. Wallach on a Monday night football game, that he and a guy named Robert Snook decided in Denver, Colorado to have an opportunity meeting. And so the Denver Broncos are like everybody's hero. So no one was going to come to the meeting
Can't even
anyway.
see you.
And it snowed.
Victoria's muted on her end, just so you know. I can't unmute her.
Okay, so just stand still until she starts talking. So at the name of the game, so Jackie Dryer was this incredible woman. She's on here right now. And so it was snowing like crazy, 2 feet in Denver. Robert Snook and Dr. Wallach got to the hotel. They had a huge room and they sat there and nobody came and nobody came and nobody came. And Robert Snook
Can
said,
you hear me?
yeah, don't talk for a second, Victoria. I want to finish a quick story. Dr. Wallach said, don't go home. And we're not going home, Snook. And Robert Snook says, we're going home, Doc. Nobody's coming. And all of a sudden, a lady is walking across the parking lot in the snow very slowly. And she walked in the door. She sat in the front row.
But Dr. Wallach always talks about Jackie in her galoshes and sloshing through the snow, swoosh, swoosh.
Yeah. And she came up to the stage, and Dr. Wallach he'll verify this story. She sat in the front row, and Dr. Wallach did a 3-hour presentation. Jackie Dreyer walked out the door and brought in 90,000 people. So I want you guys to think about that. And that's what this is all about. You just need one person to get this message. And to see that Jackie Dreyer is on here from Conifer or Bailey, Colorado, wherever she lives. I can't remember where she lives anymore. Just an incredible dancer, incredibly beautiful woman. It just warms my heart to have her watching Dr. Wallach, who's coming up next. Back to you, Victoria.
Well, I have no idea what happened, but I'm going to start this recording again, guys.
All right, give it a try.
And that's Lloyd from North Carolina. Are you on, Lloyd?
Yes, I am, Victoria. Thank you for having me on. And boy, do I have
Whatever she's doing, just did it again.
Okay, so that is what's called a bad idea. And so we're going to just live with that bad idea. And Victoria, if you can come back right now, that will be fine. Or I think better, there's only 2 people that I know of that are better than Victoria about Z-Radical.
Okay, someone keeps
somebody
muting and
keeps
unmuting me,
muting
or
her.
God is my witness.
Yeah, so you guys,
I am not touching my phone. I think you can probably hear me now. And I'm going to pass on these, oh my gosh. I'm going to sit on my phone, I guess. Is all I can tell you. Just one second. I can just tell you, I am not one thing, not on my desk, on my phone or anything. So we're just going to forget that, and I'm going to keep going. Bottom line is this. I have hundreds of stories I could share with you. And I picked those 3 because of just some of the incredible, whether it's your back or you're in pain or you're losing your hair. I first got involved with this because my hair was falling out. And my whole right side of my leg, I had neuropathy so bad I couldn't walk hardly. So, when I go to trade shows, I would hand them, and I've been to many, many trade shows talking about Z-Radical, because we got to get this out here. We are doc soldiers. And whether it's to do inflammation or insulin resistance or metabolism, liver issues, skin issues. I mean, there's just so many things that when you get the right nutrition in, it helps. I was at a party once many years ago, and a guy walks up to me and he goes, "I hear you're the Fucoidan lady." And so I said, "Well, yeah." And he says, "How many cases do you have in your car?" And I said, "Well, I don't know, probably 20. He said, "I want them all." So I said, "Okay, cool." I said, "If you don't mind me asking, why?" And he said, "Well, I'm a doctor, and you just got a patient of mine off of a kidney transplant list in a month." I said, "Well, I didn't, but you give I'm just the messenger, but you give the body the right nutrition, it just lines right up." I said, "Let's go out and get him." We went out later on. He called me, and he admitted to me the reason he bought 20 cases is because he took it back. He literally took it back to the lab, and they tried to synthesize it. And what a blessing. It couldn't be synthesized. Because if it could be as expensive as Fucoidan is, they say it's as expensive as the most expensive narcotic that's out there, guess what would happen? You wouldn't be able to afford it. And now it's very affordable. So, it's a real blessing. The CDC, Marianne, if you wouldn't mind changing the slide. Awesome. Now, is she adorable or what? She's got her Z-Radical and her BTT. The CDC has now said that this generation of kids are not going to outlive their parents. We got to take action today, guys. Okay, we got to make sure that we consume at least 4 ounces a day, if not more, and that we help our kids and our grandkids. One of the things that this recording I had was a gentleman from North Carolina, and how he talked about it helped his wife, it helped him, and he says, "Now I'm giving it to my kids and grandkids. I wouldn't be without it." Is there a product that maybe you keep in your house that does a lot of different things? I bet it's like baking soda, vinegar. You clean with it, you bathe with it, right? Well, folks, there is not a more versatile product that I'm aware of on the planet that should be the staple of every home in America, for the most valuable thing you have in your home, and that's you and your loved ones. It's often referred to as the jack of all trades. because there's so many positive aspects to drinking Z. How much healing occurs? Guys, it's going to vary by individual. I mean, all bodies, I believe, want to heal. I mean, my mother-in-law was 86 years old when she moved in with us and had 2 months to live. 5 months later, she got a report from National Jewish, which I have copies of, that said that she no longer had cancer in her body and she lived like another 10 years. Might have been a little harder on me than it was for her, because she was a little rambunctious. But anyway, if you want to boost your immune system and you want to prevent further damage, you drink Z Radical. It's a food, guys. It's just a food, and a great tasting food. So that, what does it mean since it's a food? It's not going to have interactions with pharmaceuticals. The only interaction I've ever seen is when doctors say that you go to your doctor and they say, you know what, your blood pressure isn't as high anymore, I'm going to have to take you off of this. That kind of thing. But that would be through your doctor. Guys, we're not saying this heals or cures anything. It gives the body what it needs to line up. Some people drink it as a preventative. Some people drink it to improve a dysfunction. I have a sister that was on a keto diet not too long ago, and she said, well, I'm going to keep, we were talking about all the nutrition and the things that we drink. And she says, well, I'm going to keep drinking my Z. She goes, I don't want cancer. I've been drinking this for 12 to 15 years, and I am not going to go without it now nor ever. I thought that was kind of a fun thing. And you know what? It's not just two-legged, it's four-legged. We have every kind of animal you can imagine, from horses and dogs and cats and birds and llamas and cows. It gives the same outstanding results for four-legged as it does two-legged. So we ask you to drink 4 ounces a day, or 200 milligrams of that a day. If you have issues, you're going to do more. So what we always say is, hey, make a list from the top of your head to the bottom of your feet, and then check it off, because you know, it's kind of like when you have a splinter in your finger and you're constantly focused on that doggone splinter that's driving you crazy. When that splinter is gone, you don't think about it anymore. So when you have that list and you say, oh my gosh, I doubled my minerals, I'm drinking Z Radical, and now I don't have the following things. And guys, it helps mentally, physically, emotionally, and I believe it helps spiritually as well. You know, most of us want to make a difference. So what I'm asking you is share this and commit to 4 months. There's no contract. You know what? You see that beautiful picture there? That's my mother. That was taken yesterday for Mother's Day. She lives in Ohio with my sister. And I'll tell you what, she's on the phone today and they're listening. And she's close to 90 years old. She's going to kill me for saying that, but isn't she beautiful? And I'll tell you what, she's amazing. And she drinks Z Radical every day. And I guarantee you, if I said to her, you know, Mom, you're not going to get your Z Radical this month, or her house was on fire, she'd be running out that door with her Z Radical. No exceptions. Now, today she's sitting there with my incredible, loving sister. And I really just wanted to wish everybody a happy Mother's Day. Thank you so much for sharing your time with me today. And God bless America, and God bless all of you. Back to you, Paul.
Beautiful, Victoria.